Mm. Oh, fuck. Yo, I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. I forgot to get my phone. Oh, forgot my phone downstairs. I've never had it before, Cress. Oh. Is it bad if we was dropping a new Echo set every new region? Mm, I don't mind it too much. I'm used to HSR, so. Ow, what the fuck? They're still leaking gameplay an entire day later. New event is so confusing. What's confusing about it? All you do is just randomly bet on a cube. There we go. Y'all excited for Cardi? Oh. Oh, really, Aru? I don't know why this game has such an issue with time gating events and shit. Like, they do it every single time. I, uh... I was gonna make a video on Cardi, but, I think it's too controversial. So I decided to stream instead. I'll wait until the full V1 kit comes out. Like, someone actually, like, puts it all into one thing, and then I'll, talk about it. According to current leakers, Cartethyia is the strongest solo DPS in the entirety of the game, and the strongest team DPS in the entirety of the game. Have you seen new skin leaks? Nope. Oh wait, yeah. Already a lot yesterday on stream. Is it with Chacona? Let me see. How much better? I mean, that's not something you can quantify the first day of a V1. It's just that it's better. If old leakers are agreeing she's better, all we know is that she's better, but we don't know by what amount. Aero Erosion Team versus Floridalis. Yeah, everybody's saying that she might be overtuned. Brother. Yeah, so according to leakers, Cartethyia at S0R1 can clear every single tower in under a minute solo. Another day, another Gabimaru stream, yep. I finally saw the animations for both Lupa and Cartethyia. Wow, yep. Well done, Kuro, yep. So, yeah. Even if she's overtuned, it doesn't really matter. It's not how it works, man. TOA has gone through over 300% HP inflation since release. The stronger new characters become, the faster TOA inflation becomes. And honestly, the biggest problem with Cartethyia isn't even the power creep. It's how big of a gap her signature weapon has over any free-to-play option. That fucking weapon gives 89% HP and more damage. Nothing even comes fucking close. Yup, Kiwi. It might be worse. Like, if you want me to be honest, it's probably worse than Acheron's Sig situation. Because she's the first HP scaler, this is basically like Castress. I think is the best way to put it. But, like, more overtuned. There's no remembrance light cones that increase max HP for casters when she released, so that's why there was that big of a gap. It's the same shit. There's like no weapon in this game that Cardi can use that gives anywhere near an 89% HP increase, and on top of that, like the extra damage on the side on the description of the weapon. Like, I'm talking, we might be seeing like a 40 to 50% difference over any free to play options. That includes EOG, by the way, because she does not scale off attack. she she does not scale off of attack, so that would probably include EOG. I mean, she can use the crit rate, but she doesn't really care about anything else. She's confirmed to be an HP scaler, yeah. Going into the Florida list form increases her HP by 50%. Someone compared the amount of damage you had to do to bosses in the first TOA to the current TOA towers, and it used to be like in the low hundreds of thousands when TOA first released, and now it's calculated at like over a million, like 1.4 million, I believe, was the calculation for the same bosses that used to have like 400k HP in the first TOA. Now that doesn't mean anything, because like obviously you can still clear, but like oh yeah, Kiwi. I was literally I recorded a video and didn't upload it because I knew I was gonna get shit for it. But in that video, I talk about the fact that the weapon banner being guaranteed doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, the good faith of a guaranteed weapon banner just doesn't mean anything if every single character gets like a 40 to 50% damage jump from signatures over any other options. No, Zakaria, there isn't any. Can't you put EOG and use a... I mean, you're already using an HP forecast, what? Cartethia's best echoes would probably be... I feel like double 4 would be good for Cartethia. I think double 4 is good. 1 HP, 1 crit. I heard she wants 4-4. Yeah, I thought so, yeah. Like, double 4 sounds like it would be better with her because of the fact she's an HP scaler. Zanny can use Roshio's weapon. 90% of the people that play this game don't use Roshio's weapon, man. Like, using other... Like, Wu is the only game that does this, man. Wu is the only game that does this. Using other characters' signatures as the baseline is terrible. Don't you want crit rate 4 cost? Yeah, that's why I just said double 4. 1 crit, 1 HP percent probably. Or you can run double crit, I'm not sure. I've seen people saying HP percent is better though. Cartethyia does similar damage to Carlotta solo. Yeah, I already saw that that leaker who said that you can clear every single tower in TOA under a minute with solo Cartethyia. Achoo! If you guys want me to be honest, though, have you guys seen the sequences? By the way, have you guys seen the sequences? Thank you. TOA now has 2 million health. Really? It was just at like 1.4 or something. It's now at 2 milli. Yep, there it is. Thank you, Kiwi. No one talking about Lupa. I mean, everybody already kind of knows like what Lupa does. Like, to be honest, I'm not quite sure how strong Lupa is. I mean, Lupa has not as bad, but a similar signature weapon problem as Cartethyia, where that weapon increases her liberation damage bonus, I believe, and the entire team's damage. So, but I think Lupa is just like a sub DPS. Like, most people don't really care. Hello, Christian. Yeah, S1 and S2. Okay, can we talk about S2 real quick? I just want to bring up S2, right? S1 is also nice, don't get me wrong, right? It says here S1 records the number of stacks on the enemy with the most arrow erosion and copies it on other enemies hit when hitting an enemy with arrow erosion. Obtain 10 seconds of concentration, excuse me, which stores the highest number of arrow erosion stacks of defeated enemies. And the next attack will apply the corresponding number of stacks on the target up to max arrow erosion stacks. So this helps arrow erosion stacking quite a bit. After this, it's remove concentration. After being removed, concentration enters cooldown. For every 30 determination, Floridalist obtains 20% crit damage for 15 seconds, and you can get up to 120. So it helps with arrow stacking, and it gives you 80% crit damage bonus. But if you want me to be completely honest, S2 is okay. I don't know how this S2, like, I am so confident it's getting nerfed. Like, there's no way this makes it to live, right? Floridalist increases the max arrow erosion stacks of nearby enemies by 3, and the next attack applies 3 stacks of arrow erosion, triggering arrow erosion's effect once. This trigger does not consume stacks. The damage multiplier of Cartethia's basic attacks, which, keep in mind, almost all her damage is basic attacks, is increased by 80%, and the damage multiplier of her mid-air attack is increased by 300%. What are the news about Cart Lupa? Are they power creep or are they balanced? According to leakers, I'm not sure about Lupa yet, but Cartethyia is the strongest solo character in the entirety of the game, and probably also strongest in team. Ah, ah. Mm. Mm mm mm. 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 You can use Sanhua. Apparently, one of her best third slot options is Sanhua because of the fact that Cartethyia uses so much normal and basic attack, and she likes fast rotations from her teammates because apparently Cartethyia is so fucking strong that wasting time on your teammates to buff her leads to an overall damage loss if you're not using like best in the slot teammates. Camellia S2 and similar in strength? Hell fucking no. Hell no. Hell fucking no. What the fuck? Ain't no way this is anywhere close. Brother, S2 increases max arrow erosion stacks by 3, triggers her arrow erosion buff that she gets and gives her, like, that gives her more damage in of itself, increases normal attack damage by 80%, which is her main source, and increases her mid-air attack by 300%. Yeah. Um. Okay. So if you don't want to use Chacona, you have to get S3 Cartethyia. That is how this works here, right? Either way, Cartethyia is going to be, like her best in slot is going to be Chacona. But S3, when Flordelis uses her mid-air attack, basic 1, enhanced heavy attack, or basic 3, will... Oh, wait, no. Is it all of them? Oh, yeah, it's all of them. When Flordelis uses mid-air attack, basic 1, enhanced heavy attack, and basic 3, she will apply 2 stacks of arrow erosion. Resonance skill will apply 1 stack of arrow erosion. The damage multiplier of Resonance Liberation is increased by 100%. So, a lot of people on Reddit are trying to doom post Chacona because this S3 gets rid of the need for like arrow erosion stacking. Um, I mean, yeah. But like most people are obviously not going to be able to afford S3, you know what I'm saying? Well, for some reason people are happy about that, Haru. Oh my god, what is wrong with my ping? Bro. Bro. There we go. Ping's back down. Holy fuck, man. What just happened? Yo. I'd get Chacona. Oh yeah, okay, here's the thing about Chacona. I see a lot of people. Okay, I feel like people are kind of dumb. You know what I'm saying? So, where is it? Chacona is the only one who uses this set in the entirety of the game. Because she's the only one who can inflict arrow erosion not named Cartethyia. So people are like, oh, if I don't pull Chacona, it's not that bad. Brother, you are losing out. You are losing out on 39% arrow damage increase plus a 100% arrow erosion damage increase and plus better arrow erosion stacking. Like, skipping out on a Chacona is not something, to be taken lightly. Like, people are like, oh, it isn't a Zanny Peeb situation because Zanny obviously needs like someone to stack for her while Cartethyia can. It's like, yeah, that's true, but Fleur-de-Lis, like when Cartethyia is in Fleur-de-Lis's, mode, she consumes arrow erosion stacks on enemies. So like you'll run out of that shit halfway before you'll even use Resonance Lib, and you're gonna lose the damage bonus you get from the arrow erosion stacks. So Chacona is straight up just the best way to consistently have arrow erosion on enemies, even while using Cartethyia in the Fleur-de-Lis mode. So you have better rotations, you have more damage during actual Fleur-de-Lis mode, 100% arrow erosion damage bonus, and 39% arrow damage bonus. Like, no one even comes close. Yes, Dark Hollow, yes. You save... It's 1 cost versus 3 cost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're saving a shit ton of pulls or a shit ton of coral. Like, you kind of have to be either, like, someone who already planned to go for, like, S2 Cartethyia or S3 Cartethyia to actually be like, oh, I don't have to pull Chacona anymore. But anyone who just planned for, like, S0 or 1, Chacona is still going to be a very nice buff. How strong is Cart/Lupa compared to Zanny Peeb? I haven't seen anyone talk about Lupa, but apparently, according to leakers, Cartethyia is the strongest in the game. We don't know by how much, but it is stronger than Zanny Peeb. And Cartethyia by herself is the strongest solo DPS in the entirety of the game. Yeah, I know Chacona Sig does a lot of damage. Another thing to consider, if you get Chacona with her weapon, Chacona becomes even better value. Because Chacona's weapon puts minus 10% arrow res down on enemies inflicted with arrow erosion. No one's talking about needing logical. Like, there are 40-second Ling Yang clears in this game. I watched a 40-second Ling Yang clear a few days ago. You don't need these characters, but it's going to be a Zanny Peeb situation where free-to-play options are massively worse than the actual expensive option. Like, it's going to be like 30 to 40% plus difference using Chacona versus no Chacona. Unless you're using like an S3 Cartethyia. That's literally the only exception here, by the way. You need an S3 Cartethyia so that she can apply her own aero erosion while in the Florida-less mode, so that you can actually justify like not having Chacona. Because if you think about it, you're now saving rotation time, right? You can keep yourself on Cartethyia constantly without having to worry and waste time switching to Chacona, and this obviously allows, you know, an overall like DPS increase and stuff. But yeah, like it's S3 or nothing. Flogon, no offense, but like, where are you getting these numbers from? Like, you are stating these numbers very boldly. Like, I haven't seen them anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't need an Oxa or Jade to clear with Herda. You don't need a Tribby to clear with Castris. You don't need a Sunday to clear with My Day. But at the end of the day, it's going to future-proof the DPS a shit ton. And it's going to increase overall performance and comfortability by a lot. Based on CN, it can reach 40% difference between Cartethyia teams and Zanny teams. Yo, okay, I'm obviously not gonna make a video on that because I gotta wait for the actual, you know, like trusted TCers. But like, wait, 20 to 40% over Zanny Peep is insane. Zanny Peep is already the strongest in the game, bro. That means my estimate was right though. I said, okay, my original estimation was 20 to 30% above Zanny Peep. So like I hit a home run on that one if it's true. Well, yeah, I know. I'm aware it's V1, but it's just like hilarious. I know, Puya. Arrow Rover's sword. Where is it? This sword, if you get it R5 apparently, once we're able to get it R5, will give like, what was it, like 26% amplified arrow damage to nearby resonators. I saw on the Reddit yesterday that amplification is completely different from bonus, and this is significantly stronger because it's multiplicative. So Arrow Rover is kind of cementing his third slot on this team, especially if you have Chacona. Um, I finished my sandwich. Yeah. I think, could be wrong, I think Cartethyia sequences will be like Brant level in terms of like overall increase. Like Brant gets like a 60% increase from S0 to S2. I think Cartethyia will probably be the same. Weapon, probably the same or more because of the fact that it's HP percent. Yeah. By the way, I would like to make it clear you don't need Chacona to clear. Once again, Cartethyia is so fucking busted, she apparently clears every tower in under a minute solo. But it'll be a, you know, massive benefit. You also got to keep in mind that the tower they're testing her against is completely shield for her in terms of buff. So there's that as well. Yeah, Arrow Rover can convert Phoebe Spectrofrazzle. The only person who applies air erosion in the game is Cartethyia Chacona. There's no one else. The only thing you can do, like the only alternative, if you don't have Chacona, is and you're like using Cartethyia or whatever for like applying air erosion, is you have to use Phoebe, and then you have to convert it with Arrow Rover into air erosion. That's all you can do. I mean, only if you want to, Christian. Like that's a you thing, man. Like I don't know if you're gonna want to like instantly quit or get tired or burnt out. Like I personally get burnt out from playing a lot of gotchas at once. So budget Cartethia team. Um, I mean it'll be ass, but budget Cartethia team. San Hua and since you're not using anyone, eh, Arrow Rover with the weapon might actually still be worth it over SK. But like Sanhua SK maybe? Okay, here's the thing, right? I know this might sound crazy to say. It might just straight up be better to run Cartethia solo than run Cartethia in a budget team where a lot of her time is being wasted on other teammates like building up buffs for her. Like I saw this on the leaks Reddit a little bit ago, but apparently leakers are saying that if you do not have good enough teammates for her and you're using like ass budget options, it's straight up just better to run her completely solo because you're literally just wasting time that she could be attacking with. Like that's how bad her free to play team options are. Where are you getting this info on the sequences? The leaks Reddit. Nowhere else. That's the thing, logical. Like that's what I don't get. Like I understand, right? It's 100% fine, you know what I'm saying? Make the best in slot teammates best in slot. But it's like we're the next 4-star we're getting by the way is apparently a fusion one in 2.5. So there's like a nigh 0% chance that a fusion 4-star is supposed to be able to inflict fucking negative status effects for every character in the game. It's like you can keep like this 20% plus gap between best in slot and free to play options, but can you give us like, make the 4-stars apply this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. Like give us something, man. In actuality, in CN, due to their penniness, they said, why budget teams with her if you can whip everyone solo and Chacona only? uh, yeah, Draco. You think we're gonna have a surge of Woowa power creep vids? If this V1 makes it to live and nothing changes, yeah. Like, you, I brought this up in a previous video and previous streams. The fact that Zanny Peeb, if, yes, I know, if you play them optimally, it's 15 to 20%. But for the average player, it's 5 to 10%. I will, digress. But you already have Zanny and Peeb. That was a little bit of power creep. But no one really gives a shit about, like, 10 to 15% power creep. What actually matters is the fact that Cartethyia is even a higher percentage stronger than Zanny Peeb as well. So now you have this gap where within 2 patches, Carlotta went from the strongest team in the entirety of the game, and she's now 30 to 40% DPS behind Cartethyia. And keep in mind, Cartethyia does not have a limited healer. Her ass is most likely getting a, targeted limited healer at some point to replace Arrow Rover. So it's like, oh, really logical? I don't see it being 40 to 50% personally. I think 40, I mean, like, 40 is crazy, man. Like, I can't believe that. Like, I can believe 20 to 30. I can't believe 40 plus. I truly can't believe a 40 plus percent difference between Zanny Peeb. There's just no way, man. Like, I am 100% just gonna keep waiting for, like, more official TCers and shit. Because it's like, man, that would be way too bad. Zanny and Peeb were bait. I mean, yeah, I fell for it. Like, it's actually funny. Oh my god. Bro. Bro. Like, but, I got an S1R1 Zanny and an S0R1 Peeb. Like, pretty easily. So that could have translated to like an S2R1 Cartethia and S0R1 Chacona. But I was greedy and stupid, so I mean either way, I think Zanny Peeb, especially with S1, is gonna clear really well. And I'll probably get Zanny S2 on rerun. But yeah. Let me pull up the weapon. Where's Cartethia's weapon? Oh, it's gonna be far, isn't it? Let me see. For like the people who want to see it. Um, this is just showing a picture, bro. Okay, here it is. So for people wondering why I'm saying the signature weapon situation might be like cooked as fuck, 77% HP bonus on the weapon, and one of the passive abilities is increase HP by 12%. So 89% HP increase, 6% defense ignore, and damage dealt to target is increased by 20%. Like, this is there's no way this doesn't just shit on everything else. Why are you showing it on stream though? Because it's fine. Huh? If I don't show the actual weapon, I can show the stats of it. That's how it works. I've been good, Ahmed. Hope you've been well too. She has no crit though, gotta remember that. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, she was already gonna run double 4 cost anyways. Because of the fact that she can benefit from HP percent 1 costs. So you just run 4 1 1 1. Like, the crit issue isn't really like an issue at all. Like, she already oversaturates a lot on arrow damage bonus if you're running her with Chacona. Chacona plus Arrow Rover's weapon plus arrow erosion damage bonus. Like, yeah, Kiwi, it's really bad. There's like no there are no free to play weapon options that even come close. I'm curious to see the weapon calcs once they actually come out. I've seen people saying Chacona doesn't even do much for cart. Just know that you're falling for propaganda. That is that's basically what's going on there. It's literally the Zanny doesn't need Phoebe situation all over again, where people twisted it from people complaining about how much of a difference Phoebe made to people trying to defend Zanny by saying you can still clear without Phoebe. Like, it's like a schizophrenia argument where the people defending the character genuinely have no clue what they're even arguing against. It's more than 24% arrow damage. Like, once again, I gotta bring this up. Chacona is the only one who can use the Welkin set. Like, she is the only one who can use the Welkin set. So it's 39%. I saw a leak on Reddit that they'll release another Arrow character. I mean, that's not gonna be for a while, man. And if they release a new Arrow character once again, there's a higher like chance that that new Arrow character is just a best in slot third slot for Cartethyia to replace Arrow Rover, and that's it. 4 more days till 3.4 stuff. Fucking finally, man. Ugh, I've been waiting for the HSR character leak drought, man. Like once the versions finish for like a certain patch's characters, the leaks become so bland. Like it's mostly story shit. Buffer for Gion, hang it up, man. I'm gonna be honest, just hang it up. You think they're gonna make a dedicated limited support for probably one of their worst selling characters in the entirety of the game? If they ever make a Gion support, I've said this before, it'll be indirectly. There will be a new DPS that drops that can take advantage of like heavy attack damage, and then that will be like a indirect buff to Gion, even though it's meant for a newer character. Oh yeah, Kiwi. Worst selling because they gave everyone enough pulls to get him for free. I don't think that's why. Like, half the community was waiting for Yin Lin, and I think Yin Lin like doubled his banner revenue. You gotta keep in mind that's impressive because Gion is literally the first character in the game. Like, first characters in most games are usually like the highest selling banners for a very, very long time because launch for games has a lot of hype. But he got instantly outclassed by Yin Lin. Bro. Is there like something fishy going on here, man? Like, I have never had these ping issues ever in my life. No, I'm not gonna make a bro, flow gone. Brother, you went from 20 to 30% to 40% stronger. And now you're saying she's 50% stronger than any other DPS. Like, I'm not gonna make a video, bro. Like, what? I don't know why the marketing team decided to have a guy with a smart idea, especially for the target audience. Yeah. True, Kiwi, true. I'm still trying to get a Noxa. I just want Hyacine to come out already, man. Oh, I want to run DPS Hyacine. DPS Hyacine, E1 Sunday, RMC, and temporarily Bubbin. Nice, Omar. Noxo when Saber's coming out. I mean, Blade is getting his buff on 3.4. Just to be instantly shut down by another wind destruction on the same patch. Hyacine is Linkshot 2.0. That's exactly why I want her. Like, I love Cypher, but it's like Hyacine benefits my day comp. She even benefits the Herda comp if you're like careful with the skill points because of how much she attacks and stuff and her own damage. Like, she, if you run her as a DPS, I've seen like 2 cycles pretty consistently with E0 supports. Like, that is strong. That is really strong, man. But I think if you really want to make like DPS Hyacine a real thing, I think E1 Tribby is like quite important because of the fact that it's a pure AoE damage. Yeah, Arya, 100%. Silver Palace looks like the best gacha game I've ever seen in my life. I want to see how it ages because it probably won't release for years to come. But yeah. Yeah, Kiwi. I want to see a graph for Wua HP. For some reason, no one does it. But okay, so apparently the first TOA had very low HP bosses, which by the way makes sense because it's like the beginning of the game. So you get low HP, like 400k was the estimation. The last reset had 1.4 million HP bosses. And so keep in mind this is considering same floor, right? Apparently this reset is like around 1.6, and leakers are now saying if what Flogon said in my chat is true, the next rotation has 2 million plus HP on bosses. Believing in Flogon? I mean, it makes sense. Think so logical? Have to wait and see. I wonder what Saint will say. Nothing. You think he's actually gonna defend the game? Or actually, like, criticize it? Oh, poor sweet soul. I will gladly take any of my criticisms of Saint back if he actually uploads a video and like this whole HP inflation thing is true, covering it and being like, yo, this is bad. He can't even use the you can still clear argument because like he is adamant against that argument for ZZZ and other games. So it's like, Who can I use with Cartethyia and Arrow Rover? I'd personally recommend E4 Zhaoqiu. That might be a a nice boost to the team. You seeing this guy? Which one, Kiwi? Oh, in HSR it's impossible to clear with older units, but in WUA you can. Yeah, like you see what I mean? Like, you see how bad the brainwashing has gotten, man? Like, it's just so sad, man. It's so sad. Will Cartethyia make my knife in solo? Yeah. Every single V1 limited DPS can clear. Oh, true. You can just use Black Swan. Yep. They need a ton of investment and limited supports. Yeah. No one's saying that HSR has less power creep than WUA. We're just saying power creep in WUA exists and it's a problem. Like,
we accept our responsibility at Caesars to provide you with a safe and enjoyable betting experience.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, bro really said PF?
Today I'll be showing you BP, so it
まだ言う優勢ではありません。ふんいけるちょっと大さ敵データ捕獲マーク起動愉快な反撃の時間です。楽にしてあげちょ敵データ捕獲マーク起動愉快な反撃の時間です。はっはっあの世に送ってやる。いや楽にしてあげる。蝶と共に散れスタールインファントム。
You know what I'm saying? Is that S6 seal, brother? It's one cost. E0 S0 seal with 4-star supports. That's not 2 cost. That's not 3 cost. That's not just clearing. That's an entire 0 cycle at 1 cost. It's like the equivalent of Zanny Peeb clearing fucking Hazard Tower in like 30 seconds. But with like using Gion instead. Yeah, she doesn't have her weapon. She's using the Herda shop one. Cruising of the Stellar Sea. I mean, Wu was only a year old. Logical is the problem. Like, people keep saying this, but once again, like, if what the leakers are currently saying is true, and there's now 2 million HP for the highest towers in TOA, Don Jin's not going to be able to solo clear anymore. Like, like, I'll show you guys a clear of Don Jin against Dragon of Dirge. He barely clears by like a few seconds.
Wix. One platform. Any website. Unlimited creation.
Oh wait, this is the hologram, not the actual TOA boss. Where's the TOA boss? Oh wait. I don't think there's a clear for solo Don Jin in the current TOA. Oh wait, no there is. Yeah, look. Like, you can barely clear it in time, bro. You can barely clear it in time. If they do one more HP inflation and it actually goes up to 2 milli, Don Jin is not clearing this shit anymore. You're gonna need a team. $2 mil from what? 400k? 400k was apparently the OG TOA, yeah. So OG TOA had 400k health bosses, and now on Cartethia's patch it should go up to 2 milli, I think. Which makes sense. Like, okay, so like, Zanny Peeb was a little bit of power creep. Cartethia's power creep over Zanny Peeb. So they're like adjusting the end game, because everybody's probably gonna follow in like a Cartethia, you know, level of power. Oh yeah, 99% of the player base isn't doing that 100%. Like, most people are dying like 100 plus times. And this is probably like insanely good build.
Battles.
Yeah, like, look at the build. 42% crit rate, 320% crit damage.
You, did I?
And they're using they're using Chang Li Sig, bro. Like, they're using Chang Li Sig instead of EOG. You probably can't even clear it with EOG. Yeah, like, once again, I am not trying to argue at all that the power creep in HSR is comparable to the power creep in WUA. I'm just saying that, like, it's very clearly there. Eventually, this argument that a 4-star can solo clear is gonna disappear in thin air, like the next patch or the patch after the next patch. And you're now gonna start needing entire at least 4-star teams to clear endgame. And then by the next Annie, it's going to be like, especially with the current 4-star release schedule, there's a possibility that we only get like 2 to 3 more new 4-stars in the entire year before the next Annie. Which is like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's probably because of the title. I put "Let's Talk Cartethyia" in the title, so a lot of people are clicking to hear about Cartethyia stuff. At least there is Dungeon Duo. Yeah. Um. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find old videos of TOA. But like, there's none. The oldest one so far is like 6 months ago. So I can see how much damage they do. Show me the... Sorry, I'm not showing because I'm... Yeah, I can't see older TOAs. Okay. Yeah, I can't find older ones. The thing about Hakushin is apparently it isn't accurate. That's the problem. Like, Hakushin is basically the only website that tracks this shit, but I don't remember what it is about it, but apparently it isn't too accurate. Close. Okay, so here we go. I'll try to use Hakushin here. So if you go here, this is Hakushin. This is the first TOA. This is the first one, by the way. So at the max level, a 459k health Mephis, 98k technician, 59k exile. So this is the first TOA, like the first one. This is Hazard Tower, 47k, 47k, 160k, like 600k around there, and this is the Echoing Tower. So 400 to 600k. And now if we go to the... So this is the current live server version. So this one is... Oh, is it the same? Has there really been none? Oh, is Hakushin inaccurate because they don't actually show how much HP they have? No, the hazard towers increased, I think. I'm not sure. Hazard towers has 100% gone up though. I'm not sure about these two, but hazard tower has gone up. 700k for dirge, 800k for construct, 100k for glacial, 180k for abyssal. And then echoing is this easy. Is this even accurate? I don't even know if this is accurate. I don't think this is accurate. Let me see if I can find something. Didn't change. It doesn't show the number of enemies. Oh. Okay. It also doesn't account for when they added res buffs and shit, right? So this is the next reset. I mean, this is double now. Am I crazy or is this not double? 375k plus 400k. This is like 600k. $800k, 174, 520. Wait, holy fuck. Wait, this hazard tower is a massive increase though. This second side is a massive increase. This is over a milli. This is 1.3 or 1.4 million. Is this Cartethia's? Yeah, Cartethia can apply air erosion herself. Doesn't seem that bad, to be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the older TOAs were 100% easier though. Like 1 million on hazard tower here. I think these are just inaccurate. I think these are straight up just inaccurate. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a lot worse than this. There's something missing here. I mean, it's double, Lua. At least for the hazard towers, it's double. Like, it's not that bad, but it's still like double. It's the first time I've ever heard about this website. Well, that's because there's no fucking websites for WUWA. Like, HSR has a bajillion websites. This, like, WUWA has none. I mean, that's the point, Lua, though. Like, that's the entire point. Like, you can make that argument for all the other games. Like, so old Hazard had 800k HP. The next Hazard rotation has 1.4, I think. Like 1.4. So it's like nearly double. Of course, these days you have the aero res and electro res decrease or whatever the fuck. And yeah. It's like around double. I mean, they are buffing older units, though, Lua. Like, now. What about Whimpering Wastes? Oh! Okay, I think I get what you guys are saying now. So... Okay. Yeah, okay. So it's worse than it looks. Because there's way more enemies. All this is doing is showing the HP for a single enemy. It's not showing the HP for all of them. Okay. That does make more sense. That does make... That's why this shit is inaccurate. My Xing Liu is gonna become the Herda level? Hey. A man's cope lives on. Can you find the same boss on Middle Tower? Thundering Mephis... I mean, actually... Isn't there like a Morning Ice here? Morning Ike 600k. I mean, there's 100%, yeah. There is 100% in HP inflation. But I can't find specific bosses. Yeah, Dragon of Dirge has different HP and like older thingies. You can buff older units, you just can't nerf them. That's how it works in CN. The increase is there, but it's not huge. You guys say that, but I want you guys to keep in mind Wuwa's increase in HP is much larger than HSR's increase in HP in its first year. Like, I'll show you guys this in a second. If you go to HomDGCat, you go to like the beginning of here. Like, you can see, like, keep in mind, this doesn't even account for the older, like, floors either. Like, the Wuwa one accounts for all the older floors. This is legit all the newer floors. So all the way to the big sleep, every single patch here, for like an entire year, it doesn't even go up by double. And then it just suddenly started fucking spiking. Like, this is why I don't take the, you know, oh, we're getting light HP inflation right now. Because, like, you got Cartethyia and, like, these other characters coming up as well. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. I'm gonna go on HSR and see if it fixes that. Yeah, Yeah, I know. I went off of Wuwa. Because there's something wrong with Wuthering Waves. Are you still talking about Cardi? I mean, if you want to. We were talking about HP inflation. I mean, you don't have to care about it, person. Like, most people don't care. The point is, it just exists and it's annoying. The reason why I think it was Wuwa is because that entire time while I was talking on the website, I didn't get any ping drops, and then the second I went back to Wuwa, my ping spiked to 1,000. So I just want to test and see if going on HSR leads to me not getting ping drops anymore. If so, there's like something fucking wrong with Wuwa right now. Ugh. Abyss reset, yeah. I need a farm for Hyacine. Can Gion still clear? Yes. But that does not mean anything. If Gion is dedicated support already, they're just not gonna make a dedicated support for Gion. Like, are you guys crazy? They haven't even made a dedicated support for Jin Shi yet. Like, of all characters, you guys think Gion's gonna be the one to get one? Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, I gotta bring this up, bro. I gotta bring this up. Where is it? Um, This was the 2.1 Pride Win tier list when Acheron dropped. And keep in mind, this is why I am so careful with being like, yo, Wuwa doesn't have that much HP inflation in the first year. Ching Shui, S tier DPS. Seal, S tier DPS. Ting Yun, basically the Sanhua equivalent in this game. S tier amplifier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep in mind, Seal on Acheron's release is in a higher tier than Gian is currently for Wuwa. Like, genuinely, HSR's first unit age better than Gian did.
Nothing but a ball. Open sesame. Nothing but a ball.
You're farming for Hyacine? Yep. I think people were delusional thinking their characters would last forever. Bro, I literally remember when Acheron was like on the horizon and people were talking about how strong she might be in leaks. People were like, oh, I can't imagine my Jingliu getting power crept. If Jingliu gets power crept, this game is over. Dunzo. There's no way they'll be able to power creep my Jingliu. Like, I remember I was there during the cope and it was so fucking fun. Oh my god.
Open sesame. Nothing but a ball. Open sesame. Nothing but a ball.
Oh yeah, Yinlin has aged pretty badly. Yinlin and Roshia are like some of the worst pulls in the entirety of the game. Yinlin's existence revolves around her weapon instead of her herself. Ugh. I mean, Acheron probably will drop to tier 1. My account is literally Yinlin, Roshia, and Brant. That's a good stretch. That's a good stretch. Oh, wait. What is that like? When is this one? How the fuck? Okay. Is this like a placeholder or not? If anyone like knows this site, is this like a placeholder? Because I'm confused how they know this shit, and it's like, this is supposed to be in like 3 months, no? January, February, March, April, May, June. Oh no, it's like 4 months away. Who knows? Oh no, Acheron is not going to remain in T0.5 at all. Like, not at all. Her ass is dropping real soon. Like, I need you guys to put it in perspective. Not only are we getting buffs for like a bunch of older DPSs that'll likely put them on like Acheron tier, which to be honest isn't even that high of a bar anymore. We're getting Saber, Wind Destruction, and we're going into Destruction MOC. Keep in mind that that Pride Wind tier list is based off of performance in MOCs. So the current AoE shilling is literally saving Acheron from not dropping to tier 1 and everything. So no more AoE shilling. We're going into Blast. We're getting Phanon. We're then getting Wind Destruction Saber. We're getting Hunt Archer. Like, her ass is 100% dropping in 3.4. Ban this whole chat. Ban them all. Oh yeah, Cypher 100% you're gonna want if you want to save your Acheron. Like, E2 Acheron is currently on the level of like E0 Castris. And Castris has the better best in slot team. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And Castris is way better in single target. Are you gonna pull Prolova? No. Because I don't want to pull Canarella. I mean, she is Haru. If you have the best in slot team, she is. I think, okay, actually, I think I know a fair comparison for this. Kinda. Or maybe not. But, yesterday I was on Pride Win, and Zanny is twice as strong as Gian, I'm pretty sure. So, like, we were doing, like, 1 year differences on ZZZ and other games to see, like, first DPS release versus most recent DPS release. And Wu had, I think, the worst case of them all. So this is... yeah. In Rua, you can deal damage to old monsters, so there's no point in comparing to HSR. Huh? What? Like, you can deal damage to old mobs with AoE DPSs in this game, too. I'm confused. Like, what does that even have anything to do with what I said? I'm comparing HSR characters to other HSR characters, and Wuwa characters to other Wuwa characters. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna open this up on Firefox so I can actually show you guys. Because fucking Pride win on Google Chrome just spams the fuck out of ads, man. So, Wuthering Waves. So this is where's Zanny? Where's Zanny? So this is Zanny, and with Peeb, it's 764k at S0. Wait, let me check the rotation time. 12 seconds, 764k, and then Gion is 360k. 12 seconds. So it's almost like perfectly double. Is Genshin worth going in as a new player when Skirk drops? No. He can still clear though. Like if you compare Ellen, so Ellen has a 14-second rotation time, 1.2. Okay, Z. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Wuwa did not have it the worst. ZZZ had it the worst. That's my bad. Ellen 1.2 million, 14-second rotation time, and then if you compare that to Hugo, Hugo is 3.2 million, with a slightly longer rotation time. They're incredibly close, but I think ZZZ kind of edges it out. Keep in mind that it'll get worse when Yishuan releases, because Yishuan I'm pretty sure is better than Hugo. Hugo's a little new character, that's the point. Would you rather me compare him to Yishuan, who's gonna shit on Hugo? Or would you rather me use Miyabi, that shits on her even more? Like, why are we nitpicking so much, man? Like, is Yishuan really the same level as Miyabi? Endgame performance wise, I haven't seen it yet, but it is probably better than Hugo. I can't fully speak on it yet, but I think she's like apparently the closest to Miyabi wise. I'm not sure, Gamma. Is she a Void Hunter? No. But lore-wise, she is someone stated to be on the same level as a Void Hunter. So that's why she's getting this glaze. So she's not a Void Hunter herself, but is on the same level as them. I never said I was going for E2 Miyab Solus. I said I was going for M2 Vivian. M2 Vivian is like on the same level of M2 Miyabi. So, considering how much I like Vivian, I'd like to get her M2 on rerun. Nothing much, Kumar. Hope you're doing well. I mean, I have an M2W1 on B and an M0W1 Miyabi. Like, I can wait the 5 months, man. If someone, like, gets released that's new that I end up liking more than Vivian, I'll probably, like, change it, but until then, the current plan is just to get Vivian. See you later, Christian. Watch him fold for Yishuan? Nah. Nah. I don't have the polls for that, man. I don't have the polls for that. I don't even like Yishuan's skin. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I saw Yishuan's skin, and it legit looks worse than just how she normally looks. Like, I don't actually, like, want that skin. She's getting a skin? Yeah, apparently. It's understandable now. Actually, okay. If Yishuan has near Vivian level Mindscape investment, I might consider it, right? I might consider it, right? Already folding? Nah. It's just a what if. I'm a lot more willing to go in on an already strong character if their Mindscape investment is also strong, because of the sheer amount of pulls that ZZZ gives. Oh, I think tomorrow's V4 for Yishuan and Jufufu. I think tomorrow's V4 because V3 was 6 days ago. Wait, what? Okay, so I don't really know what I'm reading here, right? But because I'm like so new to ZZZ, These are Yishuan's mindscapes that were changed in V3. So, upon entering battlefield, immediately gain 120 points of magic value. And this is new. When any character in the team hits the enemy, Yishuan will automatically add a thunderbolt, causing damage equal to 70% of Yishuan's shear, and recovering its 6 more points of flash energy. A maximum of 1 bolt can be added within 6 seconds. And then her M2, ignore 25% ether res, and when using ultimate, the duration of stun for all enemies is increased by 3 seconds. It's a buff to Jufufu synergy? Oh, I see. I mean, I don't really care about anything after M2. I never go higher than that. Are you pulling Yishuan for her bird and not the character herself? If you want me to be honest, the only reason I kind of want to pull Yishuan is that, like, I saw an animation where it's probably like her ultimate, where like some huge black wings pop up, and that's basically the only thing I care about. I was watching gameplay of it yesterday and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of sick. Nice, Clive. Firefly situation all over again. That's the funniest part, is like, that shit is so true. Because I remember when Firefly came out, I only cared about the fucking suit. I didn't actually care about Firefly at all. I just thought like the whole robot thing was cool as fuck. Oh, it's her chain attack? I see. Oh, really, Sinister? That's cool. I mean, I like Firefly. I just much... Like, the only reason I pulled was because of the robot. Some say Firefly is generic. I mean, kinda, personality-wise. But at that point, it's like, anyone who has any attachment to the MC, people just call generic at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is in most of these gacha games. If any character shows an attachment to the MC, it's like, oh, like, reduced to fucking waifu bait, whatever the fuck. Like, I'm not even trolling. This morning, I was on Twitter, and I saw someone who was, like, hating on, like, Castress, Firefly, like, even some Wuwa characters for, you know, so-called having, you know, Gooner designs and stuff. And then they literally had a tweet from, like, a few days ago of a modded Naked My Day. And they were, like, you know, going crazy over him. So it's like there's a bit of a double standard from a lot of people on you know, so-called Gooner designs for women or Gooner personalities when they do the same thing for the men. Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't even take it that seriously. I just, like, Like, I don't comment or anything. It's just funny to me, right? Yeah. Alright, guys. Thanks to all of you for stopping by, talking about Cartethyia and all that stuff. To be honest, I'm a little tired today, so I want to end the stream earlier than normal. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Peace out.